DC Beats.
Look, I'm a tricks, I'll pay for the bag. The tricks in the ceiling, coop me and taking. What's up, people? Welcome back to episode 5 of YBTV. I'm here with Michael and the Somali Speed. I'm here with Keysar. So, Keysar, tell us a bit about yourself.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate you guys inviting me.
Yeah.
My name is Keysar Abdi. I'm an NPL footballer. I've been playing NPL for the past 6 years. And last year, I also got the opportunity to play in the Wollongong IPL as well.
Yeah?
So it's actually a good experience. At the moment, I'm just taking a break from the NPL. So
Yeah.
I'm just still keeping fit and training.
Yeah.
And I'm also an upcoming content creator on social media.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
post a lot of NPL
I've seen your
humorous
content, bro. That shit is funny, man.
on TikTok and on Instagram as well.
What got you into that?
What got me into content creating? So my brother is a content creator. So he's a YouTuber / content creator. He's been doing content creating for like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, shit.
And he's been getting me to do content for a while now.
Yeah.
But like I was always those people that would always say, nah, I'll never be on social media. I'll never be this. I don't want to do that. And yeah, so then I was like, I'm always on TikTok scrolling, and I would always go past all these football content creators in Australia.
Yeah.
Like the Olantekers,
Yeah.
the Nick Stavs, and I'm seeing how much engagement they're getting. So I'm like to myself, you know what? Let me try this, see how it works. So at the moment, I was just posting just my skills and my highlight videos, and then I remember I posted my first NPL humorous skit, and that got a lot of views.
Yeah.
And then from then on, I'm just like, okay, this is getting the most views.
Yeah.
Let me start putting out a lot more NPL funny content. And like, yeah, from then it started to get a lot more engagement. And that's how I got motivation to keep doing and keep going.
So, like, do you have like a purpose of like why you do the content? Like, you like a message you want to send across?
So I've always been, let's just say, a person that never liked cameras.
Yeah.
I used to be scared of what people thought of me. That's something that everyone has. Everyone's like somewhat scared, has somewhat fear of what people think of them.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, I started to as you get older, you start to understand opinions are subjective and they're bound to change. So if one person tells you, "Oh, you're not this," fast track a few years. Once you start doing well, that same person is gonna tell you, "You're amazing, bro. I believed in you." So like at the end of the day, opinions are subjective. So I'm just like, you know, just put yourself out there. I also wanted to put myself out there for football. It's also good to be on social media if you wanted to, like, if you have a dream of becoming a footballer. So also like that was my first initial like start to put myself out there, and then like from then on I started to get love for content creating, and then like now every single day I just want to do more and more.
Do you reckon you got more confidence from the content creating into football or football into content creating?
Definitely. Like you get a lot more content. I feel like you learn a lot about yourself. Like I feel like a lot of people deep within, they have a lot of skills that they can produce out to the world.
Yeah.
Like I remember like a lot of people I know nowadays be like, "Case, I never thought you were like this. You were quiet like a few years ago. You weren't doing this.
Not anymore.
You were quiet in your shell.
Yeah.
Now that you're actually like active on social media, you're on TikTok live, you're on doing a lot of TikTok skits.
Yeah.
Like it just motivates me to do more when people appreciate what I'm doing each day. It motivates me to turn up each day to keep doing what I'm doing. So
you're doing something good, but like for the NPL community, like I go on TikTok and I see some of your TikTok posts, and I'm like, wow, it actually makes sense. Which is funny, you know.
Yeah,
takes me back as well.
Yeah,
like everyone's gone through all the same stuff, you know, in the football community.
And also, like, I remember when I first got my first message where I remember a kid on TikTok messaged me. He's like, and I've been seeing your content a lot.
Yeah.
And you inspire me, and like you make me want to keep going. And you also make me laugh. And those type of comments like melt my heart. I'm like, you know what? If the younger generation appreciates you, like that just makes your day. Because they're the future. They're the ones that are coming up. So what I want to do with this TikTok as well, or this social media, is become some sort of role model for them.
Yeah.
And also like try to help them
I
get
think
into the NPL community as well.
I saw another post of yours, like you were talking about the corrupt system in the NPL as well.
Yeah.
like where like the sponsor's child would like get a spot, and if you are good yourself, you will not be chosen because the sponsor's child has got more money.
Yeah, and so like, basically that I'm sure we all know how the NPL works. Like sometimes most of these teams are like country oriented, like for certain countries. For example, certain teams are owned by a certain country.
Yeah.
So you're gonna expect that.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be, for example, the Greeks will go for the Greeks, or the Croatians will go for the Croatians. You're gonna expect that. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's anything personal.
No,
I feel like
fine.
I feel like a lot of kids, they take this personal.
No.
At the end of the day, like one thing that you need to understand, these NPL coaches, especially like the coaches in Australia in general, they only care about winning a lot of times. They want to win the title. They want to win the cup. So a lot of the times they're going to try to get you for your skill set.
Yeah.
And then to try to win. And if like as soon as you get injured or you're not helping them with their outcome, they're going to drop you straight away.
No.
But then at the end of the day, it's nothing personal. It's just it's football and they want to win.
Yeah.
So you've touched on like a few little examples, but like how is the broader community reacted to like your content and stuff like that? Like what's the impact been, like positive and stuff, or?
The majority of the impact is positive.
Yeah.
A lot of the kids always message me, they're saying that they've seen my content, they really like my content, and they appreciate me as a person, and they look up to me. And hearing those words as a person, that it makes you want to keep going, keep doing more. I feel like the past few weeks there might be a bit of hate where I keep mentioning NPL in my post, and a lot of people be like, okay, we get it, you play NPL, you don't have to flex it, etc. At the end of the day, that's the content that I'm doing. That's the content I'm trying to produce for the younger generation, as well as the football community.
There's nothing wrong with
that. There's nothing wrong with that. So at the end of the day, it's been mostly positive, and that's what keeps me going forward.
So there's always going to be a bit of negativity.
Of course, 100%. Anything you do, there's always going to be someone that's going to hate.
I feel like even when there's negative energy, that shouldn't stop you from trying to progress. Because at the end of the day, I truly believe that only you can stop yourself from becoming successful.
Australia has a habit. They call it the tall puppy syndrome. And that happens a lot. Like if you're trying to do something different, like think what you're doing right now, no one's doing it. No one's making content about Australian football and getting that football culture out there, you know? But you're doing that. And now people are trying to shut you down just because you're doing that. It's messed up.
It's very messed up. But at the end of the day, those same people that don't like what I'm doing, fast forward a couple of years, if I keep being consistent and I keep going and I reach a certain level of status, those same people are going to be like, I've always loved you. I've always supported you.
Thanks, bro.
Like, I was that person from day one over there. And you're just going to be like, okay, I knew your opinion was going to change.
Facts, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
I knew from the start that your opinion was going to change. So at the end of the day,
just got to do you.
Just got to do you.
Have you had any like interaction with, I know you said there was a few other content creators that are doing it. Do you think that there's like a hole in the system, or sort of like more space for more content creators and stuff like that around football in general?
Definitely. Like I got like I used to watch Online Techers for a while. He started off with NPL content.
Before he moved to in the day.
He's always been smart with his things. But like I used to always watch his NPL content where he used to rate NPL jerseys. NPL fields. And I used to be like, okay. I used to watch it and be like, I'm gonna do that someday. Let me give it a try. So a lot of the things I do is for the younger generation. For example, the way Speed does a lot of his streams are for the younger generation. So that's something I want to do, but within the younger football community in Australia.
Something that they can relate to.
Also, as a Somali myself, there's not many, not just in Australia but in the world, not many Somali like big role models. People that the Somali community can look up to. You know, so I want to be that chunks or that person in Australia as well.
No, you definitely give a chunk vibe, bro. No, Shaki.
So it's always good for your people to appreciate you. So that's basically what I do. I do it for my country, and also like I do it for myself and for my fans. that love my content.
I'm one of your fans, by the way.
Yeah, hard, bro.
Thank you.
Have any of them like reached out to you to do like any collabs or anything, like any teams, any like of those content creators that you mentioned?
Not as of yet. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still starting off.
Yeah.
I've only been doing this for 6 months.
Oh.
So the engagement I'm getting for 6 months is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, a lot of these content creators, they've had their platform for years.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been a year where I've been posting consistently.
Yeah.
But I definitely believe if I'm consistent and I keep going,
yeah,
there's a lot of brands, a lot of content creators could reach out potentially to
100%, bro.
Give me a platform and also help out my page.
Maybe like even NPL teams can reach out to you for like, you know, I don't know, come down to the games.
Yeah,
do some reviews.
A lot of kids, the ones that follow me always try to invite me to their games.
Oh yeah,
they always come watch
to the game.
They're like to me, whenever I'm on TikTok live, they always come to me and I'm versing so and so, come down and watch. But I'm also gonna try to do that as well. Come down to watch the games.
Yeah,
to support. And they're like,
that's it. Like create a community.
It's just like I'm just so appreciative of the way this football in Australia like really appreciates what I do.
Yeah,
for like over the 6 months, and it hasn't even been a long time.
Yeah, content is not part of the Australian culture, you know.
Part of Australian culture. Like if you were to type up football content creators in Australia, like a lot of my videos will come up. So that's also like I'm just very happy. I'm in a positive place. I'm in a good mindset to keep going and keep doing my thing.
Yeah.
Do you have like a long-term vision for like the stuff that you're doing? Like,
definitely. I see myself also moving to YouTube as well.
Oh yeah.
Try to get what I'm doing. Try to do a lot of YouTube vlogs.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to do first was gain a lot more attraction from TikTok. So once I start to become bigger on TikTok, then I'll move on to YouTube. So then all my followers can go towards my YouTube.
I agree because like TikTok has a good
we can move. Yeah. Because TikTok is the biggest platform.
Everyone's on it
in the world right now.
Yeah.
Like it gets the most engagement. You can post a video now, we'll get in probably like 30 minutes, we'll get 1,000+ views.
Yeah.
So I feel like with content creating, it's all about consistency.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they expect results. For example, if I was to start content on Monday, a lot of people expect results by Wednesday. That's not going to happen, you know.
No, not possible.
You have to post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the next probably 6 a year. So
you must be
in order to get more engagement.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like if you were to keep going, keep being consistent, there's a lot you can achieve in this world.
100%, bro.
Do you think like football in Australia has like a big enough platform for like somebody like you to exist and, you know, go bigger and stuff like that? Like
not at the moment. I don't think Football Australia is as big. Because I remember when I'm posting a video and I try to hashtag Football Australia, it's only got 15K posts.
Why do you think that is? Because football in Australia, it's the most played sport. It's the biggest, you know, overall attendance, everything.
There's so much talent.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing how much talent there is. I'll give you guys an example. I got invited to Socceroos vs Indonesia game on Thursday night. And I'm walking up the stadium at Allianz and all I'm seeing is red. Indonesia.
Yeah.
There was only a small percentage of Australian fans.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy because you're playing in Australia.
Yeah,
that's right.
And then the whole, there was 35 people in attendance.
Yeah.
But I'm sure 33K of those were Indonesian fans.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I love what I took from that was I love the way Indonesia, even if they lost 5-1,
they were still cheering,
supported their team from the get-go. I feel like in Australia, we don't have that support system for our Socceroos players.
Why do you think that is?
Bro,
maybe
advertisement. I didn't know
advertisement. Also, true. I heard the funding is a lot less. But I believe with this B-League that's coming up soon, I believe that could be good for our younger generation.
100%.
Because then that could go from the B-League and then they create another one, C-League, and then like in the next 5 to 10 years, we got actually leagues where younger generation could actually grow and like achieve their dreams of becoming a professional player.
I wanted to ask you, what's the difference between like the Wollongong NPL and like the Sydney NPL? Because I know you've played both. Like
the Wollongong IPL, I don't think there's that much difference, honestly. When you play first grade, in first grade Wollongong IPL, it's a lot physical. So it's on your touch. As soon as you're on the touch, man behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be strong. NPL has the technical side.
Yeah.
There's a lot more technical players in the NPL. But also, it's very good to experience the Wollongong IPL. But I believe the quality was basically the same.
Okay.
There's not that much difference.
I see.
Maybe NPL is slightly more technical. That's why whenever they verse each other in the Australian Cup, and the NPL teams might be victorious.
Come over.
Yeah. But for example, teams like Wollongong United, they're pretty solid.
That one's
like
good,
they're solid. Wollongong United actually went far in the Australian Cup.
Oh yeah, did they?
They did, and they have a good Macedonian fan base.
Yeah.
As well.
Okay.
That's why I like a lot of these NPL teams.
Yeah.
They have a good grassroots band.
Yeah.
The culture is crazy.
South Melbourne, for example, you guys saw South Melbourne.
Yeah, bro. That's what my next question was.
Have one like that.
Bro, that's what I was about to literally ask you. Like, why do you think that Sydney, the culture here, it's not like, I mean, back in the 90s, it was like that. But like, why do you think it's kind of died down? And how do we get it back up compared to like Melbourne, bro?
I reckon those boys go crazy, bro.
I remember I invited a Macedonian kid on my live one time, and he explained it to me. He's like, when I was a lot younger, my dad would always make me go to person games.
Yeah.
So whenever there's a team based on your nationality, the parents will make them watch the game.
My teachers did the same thing.
Attend the games.
Yeah.
Like that's where it starts from. That's where that's where the Macedonians, the Croatians, the Serbians, and the Greeks. That's how they build a big community. To engage.
That's what makes like the competition even more interesting.
Yeah, of course.
Like, cause like they know there's that rivalry between like Olympic and Rockdale, and honestly, I love to see those two clash.
Hard, bro.
Bro, we gotta recreate that, bro.
I know.
But yeah, Preston has had that fan base even when they were NPL 2. They just got recently promoted to NPL 1 this season.
No way.
Yeah, so they've been in NPL 2 for a while.
Okay.
They still had that same amount of fan base.
Wow.
They still had sold out.
Because it's loyalty to the
tickets.
team.
Yeah.
How do we bring that to like, I guess like, because obviously if it's nationalities, some people get left out obviously. So how do we like change that from nationalities to like maybe like regions or like areas? You know what I mean?
I mean, we need
because we've got so many people that love football, but obviously it's not translating all the way. Like, what do you think the way to move it forward is?
I believe we need to let the younger generation find the love for the sport again. I feel like over the years, the love for the sport has died down. That's why a lot of players.
But I don't know, because like attendance is like in terms of playing, everyone's still playing, everyone still has a passion for it. But it's just like, I guess it's not really like the thing to do on the weekends anymore is go down to like your local team and watch them. I don't know for what reason.
Yeah, I just feel like the culture is a lot. Like the culture, I feel like the community, the football community, and the culture in the NPL Victoria has always been engaging. You know, if you look at the teams, their Instagram, a lot of them have over 5K.
More active 5K socials and stuff like
each
that.
team has over 5K followers.
Yeah.
And I used to always be like, wow, every team I'll type, I'll be like 4K, 5K.
I personally think that
Preston has 10.9K.
The marketing from each team needs to be much better.
It's almost like each team needs their own content creators or something.
We could have our Classico up in this place. What team do you think would like generate the most fans?
Generate the most fans in Sydney?
In MPL.
Sydney United.
That's a tough one.
I think Sydney United, and I'm going to say it, Rockdale. Because Rockdale,
shout out
the Macedonian community is very big.
Yeah.
You saw Preston.
Because
the Macedonian community, I've seen Rockdale games.
Yeah.
There's still a
lot of people there.
I feel like the Macedonians, the engagement is a lot more from them.
Yeah. I look, you want to see Sydney Olympic, like, you know, Belmore Sports Ground, like, you know how they got Bulldogs.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
if they can have that for football, like the NPL games, bro, that'll be crazy.
I want to see the Sydney United versus Bonwick back in the day.
Yeah,
like,
hard.
You know, what makes NPL so engaging when two teams don't like each other.
Yeah.
You know? When this country has a problem with this country and those two teams clash and then
I think that's what happened in the 90s that caused all the football to stop.
But then that's when people would want to come watch the game.
Yeah,
but that's football culture though.
No, it is. That's the real deal, bro.
In Europe, that's how it is.
Hard.
Like, you got, Wolverhampton in England. That's a Portuguese club. Most of the players are Portuguese. Like, what's the difference? But like here, we're so soft.
I know. Like, they don't like that. The government doesn't like that. But that's like the thing where the like the passion.
Yeah.
Every single time they see a flare lit up in the game, they want to get rid of it.
They want to cancel
We
the game.
need that.
Yeah, hard.
We need
more flares. We need more the drums. Boom, boom. Like we need
I think that's
more.
that's a healthy way for like young boys to go down and like, you know,
and then
do something like healthy, you know. You're not being destructive, you're not doing anything like, you know what I mean? Why can't we do that?
That's what makes it amazing. Like these young kids would go to these games and one day dream I'm gonna be on the pitch.
Yeah,
so all these people can watch me play.
Exactly.
You understand? And like that's the passion that we need. We need a lot more.
That's when it starts getting written into the DNA.
I'm sure a lot, like when I invited this kid onto my live, he was so hyped.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we had like 9,000 people. It just made me happy seeing how hyped he was.
Yeah. And he wasn't even playing.
He wasn't even playing.
Yeah.
So imagine fast forward, that kid grows up, gets into the first grade, and he's playing against 10,000 people.
And what happens when he has a kid and then he takes his kid to the game?
And then
that's it.
That's just how it works.
Yeah.
But what I believe is a step by step. Okay, now we understand the football culture in Australia is not that big. We understand that now. So what do we need to do? Football content creators, social media platforms need to collab. We need to get the football culture in Australia up.
I feel like we need to do more events as well. Like obviously we're going to start doing our events soon, but apart from going to the game day for that 2 hours to watch the team play, like where else do the fans and like the players or just people in general interact? You know what I mean? Apart from online, we need to bring things back into the real world.
Definitely. Like I feel like there needs to be a lot more like before the games, like a lot of the teams invite 2 hours before the games. They have a little get together, eat.
I like what they did with the
have a little engage. Yeah,
they did like the game zones and the fan zones and stuff like that.
Yeah, fan zones.
We need to bring more of that around.
Like a lot of the players can engage with the fans.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know, and these kids can ask the players or questions,
see their idols and stuff like that. Yeah,
advice, and then they could one day become like that person. So that's what we need more of.
Definitely agree on that one, bro.
Just investment as well, eh?
Investment.
Bring that on.
That's the problem at the moment, investment. But also, the investment will come if there's more engagement.
Yeah, of course.
If they see there's more engagement, within the like more games where there's 9,000 people coming, more games where there's more than 5,000 people intending to watch the games. Like, have you guys seen how big Sydney United's home ground is?
Right.
Imagine if all the Croatians came to watch that.
They will if they're missing rock.
It will be so much.
Yeah.
Like I remember an Australian Cup game when Sydney United was versing, I think it was Brisbane War.
Yeah. That was like 2
you know how many people?
2 years ago.
We need more. The whole stadium was packed.
Yeah.
We need more engagements like that.
Yeah.
Because with that, like you said, a lot of younger kids would want to go up to be on that football pitch.
I feel like we need, bro, again, promotion, relegation. Like if we have small teams playing big teams, big teams, like how many times you want to come see like your team if they're versing like, you know, A-League teams and stuff like that. That's entertaining, bro.
That's the problem I have with A-League. Like
there's no relegation.
It's dead, bro.
Like there's no motivation.
Yeah.
For example, a team could lose 20 games, not win one game, the whole season.
There's no punishment for it.
They're still going to pay.
Like they're still going to
pay the league. They're all right. They're still going to pay the league again.
Yeah.
No facts.
We need more people, teams that are scared.
We need risk and reward. Like invest in young boys. They carry a team. They have a good generational run. You know, they go somewhere far. That's what we need, bro.
That could even take your content to a different level.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I do what I do. Like, I want the engagement in the footballing Australian community to be a lot more. And that's why I strive to keep going. Like every day I wake up, I tell myself, oh, I need to post. I need to be consistent because in this way, I can get the football community to be on my side and the engagement can be a lot more with collaboration of the Atlanticers and all the other big
stars I'd love to see that
in Australia. You, and that's what we need. You know,
I agree.
I feel like we need to let go of all these content creators. We need to let go of the egos and we all need to come together.
Do you find that it's all like isolated to cities as well?
I feel like it's isolated.
There's not much of an exchange.
Yeah, there's not much of an exchange as well. I feel like
when the B-League comes, it might be a bit different.
Yeah,
there's different teams from different places.
Yeah.
The B-League has more culture than the A-League. The A-League has no culture.
It does not, because when you go to MacArthur FC game, there's only a small section of fans in that big stadium that they have. And like it makes it sad. It's sad to see because this is a professional league.
Wanderers would have had a big fan base, bro.
Because the A-League used to be a lot more engaging back in the day.
Yeah. But then people just start dropping because why? There's no culture.
No culture.
I think because they were just doing it all by themselves, and it's like.
Because do you guys remember those? Do you guys remember those Sydney FC and Wanderers games?
Yeah.
I used to look forward to watch them.
Nah, that was actually scenes, bro.
Still packed now, but like not as it used to be.
Not as packed as it used to be.
Yeah.
I used to be like, okay, Del Piero is playing.
Yeah.
Okay, Shinji's playing.
Hard.
Yusuf Hersi is playing. I'm going to go.
Yeah, of course. Bro.
Me, I used to be a big fan of Yusuf Hersi because I was Somali.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wow, I want to be like him. You know?
That was good, bro.
It was an amazing player, you know? And those, like, when those two teams versed, the crowd was amazing. Every single time one of them scored or would go to penalties or go to extra time, like, the engagement was a lot more. But like I said, I feel like the love has been lost. But I do believe it can be found again.
I think it's like a bit
slowly
of like,
getting there.
It's online, but we need to bring it offline. You know what I mean? Because like obviously the younger generation, they're obviously more on the phones, more on the internet.
Yeah.
But like they need to realize how much fun it is to go to a game day with like 10,000 people around you, singing, dancing, everything.
Definitely.
I reckon us content creators can like actually make that happen.
Yeah, love to see that shift.
Promoting or like advertising these games because I actually watch the NPL. I love watching the NPL.
Bro, it's so fun like when you actually go.
Exactly. And if we can just get that people to come down and just actually support, let's just have some fun, bro. Like how can we expect the football culture to happen if we're not actually watching the games?
Yeah, that's it.
So we actually have to. I don't care. I'm a Sydney Olympic fan, bro. I haven't not played for them, but I like no biases. I just feel like the culture there is pretty good, and we just
that's it. You can't expect them to do it like no one's talking about it. So like, that's why we're talking about it. You know,
a lot of these footballer players, like professional footballers that have professional football now. A lot of them, when they were younger, they used to always go to those teams that they used to that they play for now.
Of course,
and they used to always have dreams of becoming like that person. They would always ask for photos. They would always be like a ball boy for you.
I was about to say every single like player in England, I swear they all have a photo of them as a ball boy, or like playing for the academy team or like something.
But I understand that feeling because being next to the pitch, being next to the pitch is amazing. So.
Different feeling.
It's a different feeling. It makes you like it visualize you being there. So then these kids try to become that, and then
that's it.
It just makes everything a lot better. That's how you should be. Definitely.
I was trying to hold it in so hard, but
Yo, so like, do you have any collaborations?
So I was invited to play a 7-a-side football competition, which was organized by Field Invasion.
Oh yeah.
So Field Invasion, what he does.
Yeah.
So MK, what he does is he brings the younger generation to come play these 5-a-side.
Yeah.
Or 7-a-side, or even 1v1s.
How would it, like when you say younger generation, what?
So like the age, so like basically NPL or even park soccer, it's not limited. So it's
not
like
limited to age
football
group?
Young football players in general, even older ones.
Yeah.
To come play these 7-a-side football, and they win prizes like money, etc. Or they win like a ball or a jersey.
Yeah.
And I got invited to play that 7-a-side competition. And then when I first arrived there, a lot of people, you're the guy from TikTok, you're the guy from TikTok. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I feel like football competitions like that, like when I was playing the competition, I saw how every child or every person that was playing in that competition, everyone has a smile on their face. Everyone was ready.
Back to simple.
Football is therapy.
Football is therapy. Everybody, they were competitive. We had that competitive like nature as well as the fun.
Yeah.
Like there was no fighting, nothing. It was just pure football. And then we had all these side competitions where it was crossbar challenge.
Oh yeah.
Or 100-meter race. Especially the 100-meter race.
Yeah.
Like when kids hear about 100-meter race.
I'm the fastest. I'm the fastest.
I'm the fastest. 100-meter race, you're gonna win free gift socks.
I take that personal, bro.
That would make me want to fast, I was like, okay. And it was like vibes. It was happy moments.
Yeah.
And like I like when those people like MK who does Field Invasion. I love it when they do that for the community, the football community. And also like Manny for his grip socks.
Yeah.
Where he gives out free grip socks.
Yeah.
Like to the kids that like imagine when you win something, you win a prize, you know? Yeah. That makes the kid wanna come to these type of events even more.
Yeah,
of course.
And like find the love that they have for the sport once again. So that's why I also love these collaborations or these small sided events.
Yeah.
And I like attending them because then when you attend them, like a lot of people appreciate you. They'll be like, oh, okay, that's my favorite content creator.
Yeah.
He's attending these events. I want to be next to him, or I want to be around him, or I want to
I want to play. I want to see the people.
I want to play with him, you know, and he engages, you know, because at the end of the day, you're a content creator, but you're also a human being, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Olan Takis, when he was doing his content in the beginning, he was playing in the African Cup.
Oh yeah,
bro. Everybody wanted to verse him because what an embarrassing that nigga.
They want to embarrass, you know. Everyone wants to, So like,
but he was good, bro. That guy was good. He bodied me so bad, I got mad, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah?
He bodied
strong.
me, bro. That guy is strong.
Nah, he's built, bro.
No, but so with these type of events and these type of people coming in, like, there's a lot more engagement and a lot more people that actually want to play the sport. And honestly, why do we start playing football? We started playing football, why? Because we love the sport.
Yeah.
A lot of people
forget
once they get to competitive level.
No, you have to bring it back sometimes.
These 7-a-side, cage football, like it just makes you remember the love that you had for the game.
When you have the love for the game, you're playing the game with a smile, bro.
This is different.
You hit a zone that you're untouchable. But when you're on pressure, like you're constantly being pressured, you gotta play this, and you're just like, I don't want to play this anymore.
That's why I feel like also I wanted to mention. I feel like I understand the physical training of being a sportsman, but also what a lot of kids don't do is the mental training.
Oh, for sure.
Mental training is important, more important than the physical training.
100%.
If you have a strong mind, nothing could destroy you.
100%, bro.
So also that's what I advise. I remember when I went to Spain when I was a kid. I went to Spain when I was 14, and I think we were training with Division 2 teams.
Yeah.
And then what I realized with these European teams is each age group has a sports psychologist that each player has to see. That sports psychologist helps their
mental
mind
development
be stable, basically.
But that's taboo in Australian culture.
Because it's hard. Because the coaches don't care about you. They only care about winning, like we said.
100%.
So since the coaches don't care about you, you
got to do all that by yourself.
You need to do mental training by yourself. And like that it can be done in many ways. Like also,
and it translates to real life as well. Like having mental resilience, mental toughness. Like it's not just about football. Like when you learn those lessons.
One thing I realized that helped me. Is write down what you want to be, and keep saying it to yourself in your head. So you want to be a professional footballer. I want to become a professional footballer. Like, when you write lines into tension, basically that. I have a notebook of literally that says I want to become a professional footballer so many times. Or I want to become a social content creator. I want to become famous and successful. You have to remind yourself every single day. And also what helps with mental stability is appreciating what you have now. A lot of people look to what they don't have. In this moment, you have to appreciate what you do have and what God's given you. For example, I appreciate life for this. I appreciate God for waking me up. I appreciate God for giving me this. I've achieved this. I've achieved this. Achieved this. Always remind yourself, because in that way, you're surrounding your mind with positivity. And all the negativity is moving out. So with and also being around a positive environment, what helped me grow in social media was I've been around a positive environment. My family is positive. Every single time I post, they like, they share, they repost. Like the friends I have, they like, they share, they repost. And every single time I see my friends, oh, that's that famous guy. You're famous now. Amazing. You're doing well. Keep doing you. You used to be this, and now you're that. You're amazing. Being in that positive environment, not only motivates you to do well, but it's also good for your conscious mind. Your mind's in a safe place. It's in a good place. And that's
for players playing in the football system, what advice can you give them regarding the mental state? Because soccer is very, very mental, very psychological.
It's a mental. So, like I said, always say positive things to yourself in your mind.
Yeah.
For example, just remember, tell yourself, "Oh, I'm great at this. I'm great at that."
Confidence. You have to have confidence in your own ability.
Confidence is the biggest thing in football.
Yeah.
You know? So honestly, what I used to do is I used to watch, I know it's outside of football, but I used to watch Conor McGregor when he was first coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's relatable, guys. Sports.
Yeah, sports.
Yeah.
I used to watch Conor McGregor before he even got to the UFC.
Yeah.
What was he telling himself? I'm going to become a champion.
Yeah.
You know? No one's going to stop me.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep training hard and I'm going to become the best version of myself.
Yeah.
Self-belief.
I want kids to think like that, you know? Because if you think like that,
you're untouchable, bro.
Your mind is bulletproof. Nothing can get through it. Like his mind is bulletproof. Like he said he genuinely believes that he can beat everybody, Conor McGregor, you know?
Yeah.
Even though...
Sorry.
Yeah, even though you wouldn't. So I feel like being positive all the time.
Yeah.
It works well.
Okay. No, that's I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you coming down and giving us your advice. And, you know, I really hope that your content keeps growing and growing and growing. You know, really appreciate that you come to this. Have fun with that one. We're trying to close it. Sorry, bro.
No, that's all good.
You close it. 3. Keysar, really appreciate you coming down. You know, we really hope your content, you know, gets to the level that you want it to get. Your advice to the kids is something very meaningful. We really appreciate you coming down. Catch you later, my bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
My Somali Shaki.
Thanks for your kind words, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, hopefully see some more.
I always see you guys' content, and I really love it. And I really appreciate you guys inviting me and giving me a platform to talk my thing to everybody.
I think everyone. You're part of the culture, bro. You've started something, so you're part of the culture, and it's important that we get you out there because what you're doing for the NPL system in Australian football in general is good, you know. So
it's important the culture comes together rather than just stays in their own little fan bases.
And we hope to get more other content creators up on our platform as well, so we can see their perspective because everyone's got something to share.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, so thank you very much for coming down.
Anytime, man. Thank you.
Thanks,
thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm here with Manny and Raheem. And would you like to tell us about yourself and what you got going on, bro?
Yeah, my name is Manny. Grew up in Western Sydney, and I am the owner of 777Sports apparel. So started out with grip socks. If you want the real reason, look, I started because I was looking at the other prices and I just couldn't afford them. I'm not gonna lie, I was just like, man, $35 for one pair of socks?
Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And you know, I was like, I could just do this thing myself. So did a few bits of research in my spare time and got the money that I did. I think I was working at KFC at the time. Got that money and then bought my first 100 pairs and it's been history.
How's it been since then?
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah?
It's been good. I'm not going to lie. It's been really good. I think because I've been playing soccer all my life, it's been pretty easy to a certain extent. I mean, no business is easy.
Yeah, of course, bro.
It's been a proximity. So every time I lace up, let's say I go to training with my mate, I'll be like, hey, you know, I own this business. And you're like, oh my God. And
they're always keen looking for it.
Yeah, they're always keen. It's been really, really good. And having platforms like this, people who support me, it just makes it easier.
That's tough.
As the time goes,
What's the meaning behind the brand?
So 777 is an angel number that always talks about positivity.
Okay.
So if you put these two things together, when you pursue whatever you want to do is right. When you put on the socks, I always say you're solidifying your next step. So
that's tough.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy.
No, I didn't mean to spit here, didn't I? Try not to spit too much, but that's what it really means.
Yeah, tough, bro.
Thank you, bro.
How long have you been doing it, bro? Just out of curiosity.
This is my second year. It's my second year, my second year. Started in 2023. No, I'm lying. 3 years now.
Dang.
Yeah, 2022 I started. I remember I was with my dad. We were sitting at his MacBook or whatever, and I was telling him do I do it? Do I do it? He's like, might as well. You got nothing else to do in your life. So, yeah.
Have you always had entrepreneurial mindset sort of thing, or is it just something that you did because of like...
It just popped up.
To be honest, no, I think I was just a cheapskate. No, I was a cheapskate. I never really been entrepreneurial. I literally, it was Jocka. Jocka was selling them a 35. Don't mean to name and shame or anything. $35 for one sock. I mean, look, socks are socks.
Yeah, hard, bro.
I'm not going to pay $35 for them, so I might as well make it myself. And I think that small decision that I've made has now snowball effect, and I'm now talking to you guys.
So now, like,
that's crazy.
How have you expand with the business from socks to...
I mean, it's just been socks at the moment. I think in terms of expansion, it's more so the people that wear them.
Yeah.
Look, I said it's a proximity sale. I play park soccer in my local area in MacArthur.
Yeah.
But I've got professionals and from every level, from grassroots to NPL to professional, they're all wearing them.
It's crazy.
So that's probably like the expansion at the moment.
Would you go away from grip socks to anything else, or is it just like just gonna stick?
There's always an opportunity to spread.
Yeah.
Look, I don't think I'll stay with grip socks for long.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of reception from just the grip socks. I always get people asking me, "Oh, can you do this? Can you do that?" I mean, the reason why I've got so many colors now is because people tell me, "Why don't you do a blue one? Why don't you do a red one?"
They want to fill their teams.
Yeah, exactly. So, look, I think it's just a matter of time till I start doing something else.
Okay.
And yeah, that'll be exciting for sure.
Yeah, sick, bro.
Yeah.
How much are you charging for yours compared to, like, I know you said the other ones are 35, so...
15.
Ooh,
15, yeah.
That's reasonable as, bro.
Yeah.
That's something even my mom could get behind.
Yeah, and I do like simple like pre-season sales and stuff, which makes it a bit more attractive in the market. And really, I think in terms of gear, I'm pretty much giving the same as everyone else.
Yeah,
so
you believe in your product.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if we're talking about my competitors, look, if we get them in mind, it's not much of a difference. I think it's just more so when you talk about like the
profit margins.
Yeah, and like the marketing, also that stuff, because it's just me, right? Versus, for instance, tape design who have employees,
whole teams and stuff.
Yeah. But I'm not doing too bad for myself.
But I think you are bringing something different, though. You're bringing culture.
Yeah,
it's good fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like having the business makes me think about a lot of other things. Just because I sell socks doesn't mean it's just socks. I think I'll always try and bring the culture of the community around me. People like Field Invasion.
Yeah.
MK, Regenerate Football, Elijah owns that. No Face Cases, big shout out to him. I think the collaborations that I have with those guys give me another facet to show within my business and within my social media. And yeah, it's just, I feel like it used to be selling socks because they were a bit cheaper, and now it's providing a platform for, athletes to show that work.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's hectic, bro. Nah, it's cool to hear like the same names like coming like from a bunch of boys and stuff like that. Like feels like there's something like, big building and stuff like that.
Yeah, No Face Cases. Yeah. No, big shout out to him. I mean, him always wearing his stuff. He's been a big support. He's actually was a big help when I first started.
Oh, that's cool.
You also link with like faucet failures and stuff?
Not yet. Not yet. I mean, that could be something in the future for sure.
Yeah, because I think they also got the idea of like bringing that culture in Australia.
Yeah, everyone's doing their own thing. I mean, you just had Keysar. I think everyone's doing their own thing, and I think it's right now, it's really, really important to have a business at the moment because there's so many connections that can be made around it. Yeah, for sure.
I think we're just one big community at this point.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's just all an Instagram DM away.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Yeah, legit.
Just trying to like tie the strings, to bring all these people together because it's like you said, we're all our own communities, bro. It's
for sure.
It's cool to see everyone like collab and stuff like that.
For sure.
Speaking on that, has any like big teams or like any local teams or anything like tried to like reach out to you to try and like, get behind what you're doing, try and like,
if we're talking about local teams, I mean, there's always like the park teams. Like for instance, my district, whoever I verse, they normally know about it, which is nice.
Okay,
so that's why I say it's a proximity sale. I think in terms of teams, not so much now. It's more so individuals. So like let's say for instance, like MacArthur Bulls, there's a few players that wear my stuff. Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Sydney United. Blacktown City. So there's like a bunch of players in different teams where
How did them those collabs come about, or like did they just buy off the website, or did you?
If we're talking about Blacktown City, it was actually a mutual friend. My friend Lorenzo Sana, he knew the captain of Blacktown City, Mario Chabal, and he's been wearing them ever since I started. Actually,
Sick.
Yeah, so he was at Blacktown City mutual, gave him a couple of pairs, and then he gave those pairs to.
That's our connection work, bro.
Yeah, and legit, like if it wasn't for my cheapskate mentality, then I don't think I would be having these type of conversations at all.
Nah, I don't
think it's
good, bro.
cheapskate.
No, it's just value for money.
Yeah, of course, but like I'll be honest, like that's how it started, and I don't regret that mentality.
Yeah, that's it,
for
bro.
sure.
Things happens for a reason.
Yeah, 100%, 110%.
So you're just selling like on Instagram or anything?
No, I've got my website. So you go on my Instagram.
What's the Instagram, bro? Just shout it out.
Oh, 777Sports. That's actually, no, I'm lying.
I tried to find it. I couldn't find it.
It's 7x3_ because 777Sports was taken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 7x3_. Yeah.
And your website? If you remember
it's actually a massive URL, but it's in the bio. Link in the bio.
That's it,
link in the bio. Link in the bio.
Nah, sick, bro.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, hectic.
So basically, I think last episode we had someone that came in here talking about obviously the African community having their own not even the African community, just like supporting your community, right?
Yeah.
And we had someone that came on talking about a team that need support now. Like, would you be willing to do like sponsorship in the future?
Yeah, of course. Like I believe like opportunity is not a lengthy visitor. I mean, especially this podcast, the opportunity that I had here, couldn't say no to it. Something like an African team or anything sporting wise, I'm always all for it. I've played AFCON since I was like 15.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that would be a no-brainer. I'd definitely support it for sure.
No,
that's good, man.
It's hectic. Yeah, like stay true to your roots. Why not?
Yeah, 100%. But also, I think you should always look at what's outside as well.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot, especially with the players that wear my stuff. I've learned about the togetherness of other nationalities. Like, for instance, your Italians with Marconi, your Macedonians with Rockdale. Bringing those values to what we have to the Africans. I think we should definitely learn from what's already been established for sure.
Yeah.
So, like, what new things are you planning on bringing out now?
Well, it's a secret, isn't it? Nah. New things, I think it's just new collaborations. That's what I can really comment on.
Yeah.
Product-wise,
still the same?
No, there's definitely one.
Yeah.
I've always loved doing like base layer. Like I always like wearing base layer. So I was thinking about doing something like that.
That'll be tough.
That'll be really good. It's just designs and, the time to actually create that.
Yeah.
But, stay tuned. Not too much about that, eh?
Is it going to be like just football like focused at the moment, or like are you trying to do like a whole like
lifestyle stuff?
Lifestyle and like just sports in general?
Yeah, there'll be some lifestyle stuff for sure. The good thing about my business, or me especially, I've got a really good community that I can really support and lean back on. The five-a-side tournaments, those local tournaments that I was talking about, Field Invasion and Regenerate, they give me the opportunity to really get out of my comfort zone. Instead of being all about sport, I can be about the lifestyle and like everyday life.
Yeah.
Especially No Face Cases helps me with that as well. Look, there's a lot of things in terms of products that can address that. I can do jerseys, I can do polos, I can do other stuff with apparel. As I said, just stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
It's cooking, bro. It's cooking.
Maybe when I'm like huge, I'll be back here and I'll be like, I told you guys.
Yeah, that's it.
I think you got something in your pocket, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's got a secret.
See, Melbourne's got like very connected community out there in terms of like the creative content and stuff. Like, how do you think Sydney can also get there? I know, like, it's tough because like we have a lot of talent here, but I feel like because we're so divided and we're not connected,
Well, you can never like force people to think a certain way.
Yeah.
At all. The only thing you can do is just provide opportunities. I think your thought is correct. I think we've got a lot of people that are divided, but I think that's a thought that also deters people from initiative and action. So the action is that's all that counts.
Yeah.
If one group does not want to talk to the other, the first step is to talk in the first place, and then let's see how we can build from there. Melbourne's done it. I'm sure there's times where groups were divided, but it's more so just initiative. That's the only real problem. Because I think, for me, look, there's so many times I've talked to. I refer back to like a sporting example. So many times I've talked to a player. I said, "Hey, would you like to wear the?" He's like, "No, I wear something else." But then that player has another teammate that doesn't wear anything. If it's the same with groups, some people might have a clashing argument, but other people might agree. But the fact that we talked about it in the first place, we can actually get to some type of result.
Can never hurt to try, ask, inform each other.
For sure.
Communicate.
For sure. Because
that's
if I give you all the information, it's your choice for you to decide on what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So that's really it.
I think, that's spot on, bro. So like,
do you feel like there needs to be a little bit more of that in like the communities in Sydney?
More event. I reckon more events will, like, if you do more event, that will create
just
more.
having people around each other a lot more.
Maybe that initiative, that's how we can take that first step, because then people can then connect with each other.
Yeah, I mean, everything starts with the first step. Look, I think it could be much worse.
Yeah.
Look, it could be much worse. The fact that I'm here today is actually an evidence of us doing that work or putting that initiative in.
Yeah.
And you've had you had AFCON, you had Mr. Bernard here.
Yeah.
You had Talent FC here. If we all work together, look, the sky's the limit. Really, the sky's the limit.
I agree.
The first step is like, it's always baby steps, eh?
Yeah, legit.
And then like the ball, it's like you said, like with your 777 stuff. Once you get the snowball going, like everyone wants to jump on.
It all starts with one.
That's
just
it.
One thing.
Yeah. Sure. And it usually starts from just like something random, like, one idea, or like same thing for us, like, you know what I mean? One podcast, and just get, a few people start talking.
Keep going, bro.
That's it.
Legit. I think a lot of the content that you see on my Instagram, it's because I asked a mate, do you like this song? And then that song became a video, and that video is now posted. So it's just all initiative based.
Yeah. Same thing with entrepreneurship. I feel like in terms of like the communities, it's like, it's just all from one idea, but we need to like have that positivity of everyone, I think rather than like knocking each other down. It's kind of like, building each other up.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to be negative. It's like what we were saying before, negativity is easy, but having that mental strength, that mental resilience, and then like just in terms of like opportunity for yourself, for the people around you, for the community, like, it's huge, and it can start from one person, or like a very small, it can start from the boys in your neighborhood, and then like, that's how you build something. I'd love to see that a little bit more.
Like, how can you what do you want from the community, like in terms of like support? Like,
I think, look, all I know is sports. So from a sporting perspective, I think attend your local games. Attend grassroots. Get involved in grassroots if you can. I think the youth should get involved in grassroots.
I feel like every kid should play like some sport. You know what I mean? Like,
because from grassroots, that's when we can have those conversations about the national team and all that stuff. But it all starts from the lowest of the lowest level that you can have accessibility towards. Look, there's money. I think soccer, and especially if I talk about soccer's become like an elitist sport. Like, your private school rugby, you pay $3,000 for a season and stuff like that. The same with like Bonnerig under 15s, you pay $3,000 for a season. But I think it starts from the lowest level. That's all I've experienced, especially. I've never played NPL. I've only experienced like first grade park. And I think being in that type of realm, it keeps you grounded, but also gives you that opportunity to, if you're good enough, you can go up. And then there's plenty other opportunities that you can talk about, sporting, non-sporting, as time goes on.
That's cool. No, hectic, bro. Is there anything that you want to say, like shout out anyone,
shout outs
that's been supporting you that you want to, support back?
Shout out YB United. shout out you guys. Shout out No Face Cases, Regenerated Football, Field Invasion. All the guys that wear my socks. It's funny. When I first started, I knew everyone, but now it's like,
too many to name.
I see it up.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking through the orders in my head. Do I know your name?
I think I've got one of your socks as well.
Yeah. Wow, how beautiful. But yeah, no, shout out to everyone that's worn them. Shout out to everyone that's taken a photo, put it on their story. Really appreciate it, and hopefully you keep going. Sure.
No, respect, bro.
Appreciate you coming down, bro.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Legend, bro.
Thank you.
All right, YB United, we out.